If a woman knew that her greatest power was silence, that's her greatest power. If a woman really understands and knows who she is, she can walk in a room and take control of every man in the room. How she walks, how she sits, how she talks, how she be. We don't know how to be women. We know how to do what women do. If you said to a woman, show me your majesty, what's that? Show me your divinity. And who's going to do it?
Sometimes being silent is the loudest thing you can ever say. Imagine in a breakup. You break up with somebody, you're with the love of your life, and they don't say anything for 6 days after spending every day together for 2 years. How loud is that? Louder than a fucking amplifier. Sometimes not moving is the move. Sometimes you have to pause and wait, and that takes more energy than moving. Sometimes not saying anything and biting your tongue takes more energy than running 10 marathons.
Hey beauties, I hope everyone is having an amazing, elevated, and prosperous week. So today we're going to be listening to and talking about why silence is power. Yes, I feel like this topic is so necessary because being able to get to that point where no one can affect you through your emotions is just such an elevated place to be. And I'm still working on getting to that place too. And listening to all these videos has just given me so much game. So yes, please tap in, listen to this video, and y'all make sure y'all listen to the end because the last video is just, oh my gosh, she literally hit the nail on the head. So yes, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll have some commentary at the end of the video.
You instill commands into men by giving them consequence or reward. And typically how you do that in terms of women is no contact. A man, as long as a woman is talking to a man, he will think you're giving him energy, which is all he wants. He just wants to know that he still got you. So the only way that he knows this is when you mad at him and you keep talking. The moment that a male begins to do something different is when you stop talking and when you ignore him. After you stop talking and you walk away, that's the only time that a man will hear you. He will not listen to nothing you saying, but he will see you disconnect.
And I agree 100%. But then you know what the man does? He go find another woman.
And here's the thing, a woman who know herself and value herself will let you go. Cause I'm not gonna say nothing to you. You can go because at the end of the day, I'm not playing this game with you. You right? Because I'm walking away, not because I'm trying to make you do nothing. I'm walking away because I'm gonna stop you from playing with me like this. And if walking away is what you do, adios, let the doorknob hit you with a good low split. And guess what men do? Guess what they do? They don't like for a woman to be cold-hearted like that. Oh, you just gonna let me go? Oh, you ain't never loved me? Yeah, it hurts. I know men. I know.
The most powerful tool you have is your silence. Your silence speaks louder than any words ever could. If you are able to control yourself and your emotions in moments of pain and stress and heartache and just walk away unbothered instead of reacting to how you might feel, that is so powerful. And I promise you, your silence is more intimidating than you reacting. Because leaving somebody wondering why you have pulled back your energy or withdrawn from them rather than laying it all out on the table for them in a reactionary way will have them so much more bothered. You will be on their mind. They'll be thinking like, where is this person? What did I do? They'll start overthinking every last thing they've said to you. Whereas reacting to your emotions, explaining, begging, pleading for someone to care or feel bad about what they've done, if you just walk away, find your peace, find your power, use your silence, that is fucking powerful.
It really is so powerful.
I couldn't agree with her more. Like, this is why I feel like meditation is so important in our lives, because being able to go to that place of inner peace that no one can mess with is so necessary. Like, you have to get to a place where you have the ultimate control over yourself. You cannot keep letting people control you through your emotions. Being grounded is key, y'all.
Silence is powerful. You ain't got to answer every question. You have not got to absolve every curious bystander. Stop making it your mission to change the mind of your accuser. Jesus did the same thing on Calvary when he got ready to go to the cross. He answered them not a word. Sometimes your greatest strength is in your ability to shut up.
When you come across someone who's always calm, kind, and steers clear of conflict, take a step back. That person sees everything, notices every slight, every insult. They stay quiet because they know if they unleash their anger, it's gonna hurt. They keep it all inside, choosing peace over war. But the day it boils over, it's not just gonna be a storm. It'll be a damn hurricane. And whoever set them off is gonna feel the full force of it. If you've stuck around this far, drop 100 in the comments. It shows you're part of that 1% who gets it. Everyone's got a breaking point. For some, it's higher than most. But once they hit it, you better be ready for the fallout. That's why you should never mistake their silence for weakness. Behind that calm exterior, there's a strength and determination that can knock you on your ass. Within that quiet, there's a storm brewing. So, beware the calm, because it hides a tempest that's ready to unleash hell.
Y'all know that saying, the loudest one in the room is the weakest one in the room? Yeah, that saying is for a reason. Like, if you truly have power, you don't have to be the loudest. You don't have to announce yourself. And honestly, you don't even want everyone to really know. That's why when someone ends up trying you and you finally go off, people are shocked and they're surprised. But little do they know, people who are truly powerful, you don't have to reveal that to everyone. And that's your real power, because people underestimate you and you get to prove them wrong.
Okay, this is it. Leave in silence. The relationship fell apart. He broke up with you. Leave in silence. Do not pitch a fit. Do not start acting crazy. Do not start cussing him out and calling him 500 times and driving past his house, flattening his tires, busting his windshields out of his car. Don't do that. Learn to leave with your dignity and your self-respect intact. Yeah, I know he was wrong. He cheated. I know he lied. I know he did all those things. God will deal with him. But you pitching a fit, actually, it's going to make you feel bad, even though you think, well, I'm going to go off on him, I'm going to cuss him out, and you think that's going to make you feel better, but it's going to make you feel worse because he's not going to react. Because he don't care. Exit in silence, your self-respect and your dignity intact. You'll win in the end. That's my tip.
Ooh, Lord. This is a real one right here. This video is so true. But y'all, when I tell you, if you know, you know, when you're in the heat of the moment, when you got them emotions rolling and something bad happens, it's easier said than done to control those emotions. So with that being said, yes, this is definitely something that I'm still working on, but it is very important because once you're out of your emotions and you're past it, it's why did I even do all that? It really is in the moment, it's going to make you feel good to have a reaction and, let your energy out. But when you step away from that and you move past that, you really be looking at yourself I really did too much. I'm not gonna lie. I did way too much. And you kind of regret it. So yes, this is something that I'm still working on and learning. Let me know in the comments below if y'all have ever had a situation like this and you didn't react so good. Or maybe you learned something and you reacted in a much better way. Just let me know down below.
Your silence says a lot more to your ex than your words ever will. And it's not even close. See, a lot of times during a breakup, you have this false sense of wanting to fix things as quickly as possible. You want to do something to bring them back in a timely fashion. But a lot of times what you notice is the more you try, the worse it gets. And there's a very simple reason for this. See, when a breakup happens, your ex goes into what's called the relief stage. And what's most interesting about the relief stage is that your ex just feels like they accomplished something very difficult. Why? Because breakups are hard. And even as hard as it is for you, it's equally hard for your ex. Most times because leading into the breakup, they know that they're about to leave you. They know they're about to break your heart. And if your ex has any conscience, this was difficult to do. It's at minimum an awkward conversation. And so when they just get done with that, they go into relief. They want to party. They want to have fun. They want to be away from making another tough decision. And so the more you try to fix it, their guard goes up and higher because they're trying to resist you. See, a lot of times being silent is the best thing that you can do because it protects you from yourself. It stops you from saying things that you can't take back. It stops you from being needy and begging and chasing your ex. But more so, it subcommunicates to your ex that you know that you are a person of value. You know that you do not have to chase them because anyone would be lucky to be with you. And that is 10 times more powerful than your ex feeling like they're more attractive than you and that you're going to constantly chase them and keep them on that high totem pole. Doesn't work. Anyway, hope this is helpful. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.
Do you know about the power of silence during breakup recovery? The best way to shine after a breakup is often through your absence. Your ex is used to you. They're used to hearing from you and they expect you to reach out, to latch on, and to make mistakes. And oftentimes it takes discipline, but if you are able to take a step back and to focus on the things that you can control, your ex will start to miss you. Most people tend to overvalue what they have lost and what they don't yet possess. And you can leverage this law to your advantage to reel your ex back in slowly the right way.
Focusing on what you can control in life is so important because the inner peace that brings you, being able to let go of the outcomes of others and the expectations and hopes and wants for others and just focusing on what you can control, I'm telling you, you will feel a sense of inner peace that is unmatched. This really helps with relieving anxiety too. I know I was very anxious at one point in my life, and it was because I was focused on everyone else, trying to control everything. And whenever I let go and just started focusing on me and what I can control, oh my gosh, y'all, the anxiety went away with it. The depression went away with it. So definitely focus on what you can control and just stay in your own lane and just be the best version of you.
You know, silence is a weapon. Did you know that? Some things needs no explanation. Silence is the response. Stop trying to explain yourself to people. On social media, when resistance comes, when persecution comes against you, why do you feel like you have to explain? A lot of times you'll look on Facebook or Instagram and on people's posts, they feel like they have to explain or justify why. Justify your why. Why I do this or why I did that or why this situation is the way it is. You know, you're explaining yourself when persecution comes against you or a little resistance or when you experienced a certain thing that happened to you, you feel like you have to explain it to people. Shh. I want to tell you something. If you worried about them and they, and I know I've been talking about this a lot, and this is going to be my last week talking about this. But if you worry about them and they, then honey, let me tell you, you are not ready for success. You're not ready if you're worried about them. And who is them and they anyway? If you're worried about people, you're not ready for ministry. You got to have tough skin. Come on, if you're going to be successful in this life, You don't have to explain every little thing, your every move, and justify why you're doing this, why you're doing that. Let me tell you, what people say and what people think is none of your business. It's God's business. Years ago, God spoke to me, and this set me free. And I want to read it to you. I want to share it with you. I put it in my book, Hush, God is Talking. And God gave me this, oh goodness, maybe 10 years ago. And I'm going to share with you what God spoke to me personally. And I'm sharing this because I feel like this is ministering to you prophetically. And so just listen. And as you listen, I want you to have ears to hear what the Spirit of the Lord is saying to you. Now, this is a book that I wrote, Hush, God is Talking, and it's prophetically speaking. And so it just so happens to rhyme. And honey, you know it got to be God, because in my mind, I can't think of this. And then it makes sense too, to rhyme and make sense. So listen, it says, the title of this is, Don't Try to Explain. It says, don't try to explain why you do the things you do. Submit yourself to me. I'm the one that you answer to. People won't understand, so don't try to explain. Things you do, things you say, how you think, which seems insane. I've taken you to another level, a place most people aren't willing to go. There's a price to pay to be here. You've paid it and many don't know. Many sacrifices have been made, persecution on your behalf. Those you've separated yourself from, behind your back they laugh. God shall not be mocked, but they shall reap what they sow. There are those that are reaping now, and it's sad that they don't even know. There are particular people that I told you not to trust. Just as sure as I have shown you others, see these as a must. They are not really for you, though they smile. You know it's a lie. Don't give place to the devil, wasting time wondering why. I've called you to set a standard. That's why I've pulled you away from the pack. Take heed to the ones I've removed you from. I forbid you to ever go back. It's like a person that's been delivered and set free from drugs. If they ever go back for a hit, you know the rest and what it does. People may look at you and think that you're being mean and rude. Don't try to explain. You owe no explanation. It will only cause a feud. There's a certain level of maturity it takes to understand the life that I've called you to, not understood by the carnal man. There will be those in your life that will come and try to stay, but this next mantle I'm placing on you may drive them completely away. In order for them to last, they must be totally sold out. They must reverence and understand what your life is all about. Some would look at you and say to themselves, well, who does she think she is? But you'll discern and say to them, it's not my doing, it's all of his. Touch not my anointed, and do my prophets no harm. Those who put their mouths on you, I won't hesitate to stretch out my arm. So don't compromise, my child, and don't try to explain. Your reward for your obedience will be more than you can contain. I guess it is what it is, huh? It is what it is. Don't try to explain.
Wow, when I say $1 million worth of game, I got so much knowledge from these TikToks. When you get to a point where you've done the work and you've gotten to a place where no one can affect you emotionally, and you live in your silence and you rule in your silence, you have truly elevated. And I can't wait to get to that point. Y'all, like I said, I still have work to do. I'm still trying to, conquer my emotions and become the best version of myself. But when I get there, it's over with. So yes, if any of you have any similar stories or any advice on, getting to a point of just being silent, leave your comment down below, and I'll definitely be commenting back. I'm interested to hear other people's perspectives on this. Let me know what you think about these video clips, and if you have any other topics you want me to talk about, just let me know down below. All right, I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.